Bienvenidos al podcast by the Heyside, episodio número 3. Me llamo Arnold y ando con mi co-host y amigo Timothy. Welcome back, everyone. This is by the Heyside.
Yeah, people that are tuning in for the first time are like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, no,
I thought this was an English podcast.
No. Your boy Arnold, skinny penis, can speak both languages. Not very well, but yeah, Spanish is my native language.
Yeah.
So
that's why you hear him tripping over his words all the time.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard because being a bilingual speaker, it takes, for me, in a sense, for my sense, you're always like thinking both ways,
right?
How to speak,
right?
And like you have to use one way. Like for example, English, you have to speak a certain way and use like English tone or English terms. In a sense,
the English language is significantly different from a lot of other languages with the types of rules that they follow, and then you have words that all sound the same, but like have different meanings based on context and whatnot, and you don't really get that in other languages, right? Like Spanish doesn't really have that, does it?
No, it doesn't. But like it's you can use different words and like you can interchange them at will, and like each way, and then there's so many like play on words in Spanish that like it makes sense, but you wouldn't use it in an English way because it sounds weird and off. Yeah. So like as when I'm speaking to you, as I'm speaking to you, like I'm thinking Spanish also because I'm thinking English. I'm forcing myself to think in an English
right. Like
sentence.
you're kind of like translating in your brain. Right? Yeah.
And it's hard. So like as you hear me talk, I'm like slurring my words and like I trip over my words not on accident. And I stutter a lot because I'm forcing myself to think in an English setting.
When I was younger, I've talked about this a few times. I think I talked about it on the Hatecast, but like, I was fluent in Khmer. Yeah. But because I live in America and I went to English-speaking schools and everything, I used it less and less. And the only times I ever really spoke in Khmer was to my grandma. But then my grandma doesn't live with us anymore.
Because I live here now.
Yeah. No, she doesn't live with us anymore. So I just don't use it anymore. And now I can't speak Khmer at all. I can kind of understand it. I can understand pretty well. I just can't speak it. And it's really frustrating whenever I visit my grandma and I'm trying to like communicate with her. But like I'm at an age where I can't really learn it again, you know?
Well, I can,
but it's like a lot of commitment and a lot of time to relearning the language that I just don't have the time to do.
Yeah, that's what's sad, honestly, because like in a sense, I feel the pain of people that like in your case that understand the language but can't really speak it.
Yeah,
it's kind of necessary, you know, in a sense, because like in family members that you don't know or purely speak Khmer, you can't really communicate with them. Yeah, and it's kind of awkward in a sense because due to the fact you're limited of speaking, and it's kind of sad in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's sad and it's like kind of frustrating and everything, but you know. Anyway, this isn't a language and linguistics podcast. This is the Heyside. This is episode 3 of By the Heyside.
So, Timothy's parents, like we said, like last time,
they bought like a few different beers for us from Hawaii
because we're alcoholics.
Yeah, we're alcoholics. So today we're drinking it's still from the Kona Brewing Company. This one's Longboard Island Lager.
So what do you think of it? You know,
I like lagers.
Pre-processed, but it's good.
Yeah,
generally anything to eat, but it's good.
Generally, my usual drinks are IPAs and lagers, so this one's not bad.
It's good though. I prefer, if I had like another choice, I would get this. Honestly, still.
Yeah, and it's good. Next episode, we're going to be drinking the IPA version. So we're thinking of just like having a beer every time we record by the Heyside now, just like to chill out and everything.
Chillax, it's chillax podcast.
Relaxing all cool and shooting some b-ball outside the school when a couple of guys, they were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. I like how you fight, and my mom got mad, got scared.
Okay.
So you're living with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
Yeah, we just had to include the Prince of Bel Air.
Yeah. So I want to get this off of my chest. I was just at the grocery store.
Tell me off, just even though you told this on the group chat, but tell me more.
I was just at the grocery store. So today's my mom's birthday. Today, as of this recording, it's my mom's birthday. We're going to be lighting up a cake for her when she gets home, when everybody's home and everything. And then she's going to blow out the candles, and then we're going to celebrate over the weekend. But right now we're doing the cake, and yeah, sure, you're invited. I mean, you're already here. You live here. But yeah, we're doing that. But yeah, I was buying an ice cream cake from Vaughn's, right? And people need to stop paying with checks at the freaking grocery stores.
But I thought that already died due to the debit cards and the Apple Pay is taking over.
I guess not.
But
well, so checks are still useful, like say
keeping records and what you spend on.
Yeah, and like when you're say you're paying like a friend or something, right? Checks are pretty good for that.
Write down
transferring money to a friend, or like say we used a check when we were buying a used car a long time.
Yeah,
we paid with check. It's useful there. Like big purchases like that and everything where you don't want to carry around cash and
cashier's check and all that shit. Yeah, makes sense.
So, but like at a grocery store,
I feel like you're just kills time.
You're taking up so much time. It took like several minutes, right?
To write out the name.
Yeah, you write everything out. And excuse me, I guess he did it wrong or something. And so the cashier had to like help him, and like it took like a good 5 minutes. Just for this one guy to pay for his shit, and it was super annoying. And my ice cream cake is like sitting there melting, and I had already been waiting there a little bit too long to the point where I couldn't really leave to another lane because like it was like he's gonna be done pretty soon now, right? It's gonna be done pretty soon, and then they're never done pretty soon.
Yeah, just never had expectations of that. I think there's people like that out and about, but it's like less of them now, so it's kind of rare to see those.
Right,
people roaming around in the grocery store, having checks in their purses.
Yeah, no, hardly anyone really carries around a check anymore.
It's like, I feel like nowadays no one carries cash.
Yeah. If you still carry around a checkbook with you and you pay with a checkbook regularly, let us know in the comments. I'd like to hear your story as to why you still do that.
That too, but like I said, like no one carries cash. I don't carry cash. It's rare to see me carrying cash. Unless I pull out money.
I think
it's good to carry cash on you for some.
You should at least carry around like a $20 bill with you.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, for me, I carry 50 pesos.
Yeah, you just carry pesos in your wallet for some reason.
I find that is like cool, like the amount. The currency from Mexico to here is different. That's why I carry it. It's cool. It's different.
How much is 5 pesos worth?
50 pesos is $3.
50 pesos is $3.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Like it's the difference in currency is it's cool to me.
I carry around a $2 bill.
My dad does that.
Charm.
My mom does that.
Here's the thing: they still make $2 bills. There's no $2 bill shortage, and like it's not like they stopped making $2 bills.
I feel like the $2 bills is only for like bank uses in a sense.
Yeah.
Like no one really. You don't see them comment.
It's not really much of a reason to carry around a $2 bill.
It's like, I want to buy exactly $2 with a $2 bill,
Yeah, like it's just a weird currency number, but they still make them. They're not rare or anything, so like there's not really much reason to carry one around as like a little keepsake.
But they say like the older ones keep more lucky. But
it's like I don't even believe in luck. I just carry around a $2 bill for whatever reason.
Yeah. But like my dad has like fucking 40 of them. My mom has 20 of them. They somehow collect them.
One piece of currency that I do like a lot is the 50-cent coin. $50.
Yeah, the $50 are cool.
$50 because I used to do magic, and $50 were really good for coin magic because it was a good size.
I remember that.
Yeah, and there were like some $50. Their designs are really sick. Like I actually really like how they look. So I kind of want some of those cool ones. It was like the Liberty something. I forget exactly the name of that $50, but it was a really nice one. I like.
Okay. Do you remember carrying that fucking plastic big ass 50-cent dollar one?
It wasn't plastic.
Oh, it was a legit one?
It was metal.
Okay,
it was actually metal.
A metal fucking $50 that you tried paying.
No, okay.
You tried doing that shit.
So here's the story. Again, I used to do magic when I was younger, back in high school and like early college.
And I was your test subject.
I stopped practicing after a while just because I didn't really have the time to practice anymore because it's pretty time consuming to practice magic tricks and everything and sleight of hand. But one thing I used to do is I used to carry around a $50 and a really big novelty $50 made of metal, right? It's like like
4 inches, 5 inches, about give or take.
It's a pretty hefty size. It's like it's
size of your palm,
slightly bigger than my palm. Yeah. And so what I would do is I would go to like a fast food restaurant and I'd be like, hey, is this 50-cent coin enough to pay? They're like, no. I was like, what if it's like all big? And I transform it into like a big coin, and they'd always be like amazed by it. And it was like really cool, but
you didn't get anything cool. Yeah. Do you expect like cool? Like, you did that trick. Food's on me. Get out of here. Like no one has ever said that.
They're always like, oh, that's really cool. And then they'll bring in like their coworkers. Hey, can you do it again? I'm like, I'm usually not supposed to do these things more than once. But yeah, that was an interesting time in my life.
So talking about old stories and shit. I was up in Santa Maria working. And my cousin sends me a message about a memory that I've long ago forgot that I did. So I was at El Salvador visiting my grandparents at their house. I was like around 5 to 8. I give it that range, right?
Okay.
First time over there. Don't know how to speak Spanish correctly or good. Yeah. But that's when I met my cousin.
Sure.
Like, so me and him hit it off the bat really well. So
did you guys fuck?
No. I wish. We were at my grandma's on my dad's side, and I had to go to the bathroom, but I had a drink. I didn't want to get rid of the drink at all.
Okay.
So I had a shit, and I was playing on my Game Boy Advance, the SPs.
Oh yeah,
the old
SPs.
The rectangles.
SPs were great.
They're amazing. I got the blue one, the cyan blue with the cool as LED. Bless you.
I think the SPs were like the best Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, in my opinion.
When they I think that was when they introduced the backlighting.
Yep.
Yeah, because before it was like super hard to see.
And then you had to use the fucking street lights to like guide your way.
Yeah, exactly.
So I had a shit. My cousin wanted to play the game. I think it was playing either Super Mario Brothers game or something like that. I had a shit. So I went to the bathroom.
Okay.
With my fucking soda inside.
Okay.
I had a shit. I was taking a shit for a good 30 minutes.
I like how many times you're like, I had to shit.
Yeah.
I had to shit.
I'm emphasizing because I really had I need to go. So I was in there for a good half an hour. My cousin's like, dude, why don't you just leave the soda outside and then grab it after you're done? I was like, no, I don't want to waste the soda. So I'm going to sit here, drink it as I go to the bathroom and play the fucking game, play the Game Boy. And ever since that, I completely forgot that I did that. To this day, I do not regret that I did that.
You don't regret it?
No. No. But I laughed so hard because like my cousin's like, I suffered because I wanted to play that Game Boy, but you were in there hogging the goddamn thing inside the bathroom.
Right.
For a good half hour.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And also, when you were little, did you ever had those, did you sleepwalk?
No, my brother did. I actually I have a funny story about my brother sleepwalking.
Okay. So, this happened to us in Salvador, too. It was my second time visiting there. I was sleeping with my mom, as kids were doing.
Right.
My grandma was outside by the tub. There's a huge, a well for what people can wash their hands and grab water, do their thing. Right. It was around midnight. So my grandma was outside. I think she was looking at the chickens or something like that.
Looking at the chickens or some shit.
I don't know. It was weird.
Like the chickens we have at our farm here at by the Heyside.
By the Heyside, yeah. Exactly. So she was coming back inside and she sees me coming out of the room where my grandpa sleeps. But he sleeps on the side, on a hammock.
Right.
So it's next to us. So he has an eye on me if my parents are not home. Because sometimes they go out and party, not me knowing.
Right.
So I sleep there. They say my grandma was walking to go to her bed. She sees me, eyes closed. I was walking. I went to the fridge, started scratching the fucking the fridge.
Scratching the fridge?
Yeah,
like a freaking zombie or something.
Like a zombie, like a cat. Yeah, I was scratching, if I was needed to look something.
Brains.
And my grandma's like, why up? And I answered. I was like, I'm hungry. I want food. But she's like, the fridge closed. Do you want something? But she knew I was asleep, so she wasn't gonna make me anything.
Okay.
But she's like, I don't know why she kept egging it on. And I was like, no, I'm good. I found my food. But I just literally grabbed towards the front of the fridge, pretended I had something in my hand.
Okay.
Pretended I ate it, and I went back to bed.
Okay.
And my grandma's like, huh, you have a weird kid. My parents.
Weird kid.
Yeah.
The thought of you sleepwalking didn't occur to her?
No.
Okay.
No. And then ever since my grandma told my mom that, when it came back to the U.S., my mom literally had fucking saran wrap, all this shit inside my room so they can hear if I ever sleptwalked.
Okay.
And it only happened once.
Really?
Over there. Once.
You've never sleptwalked?
I never slept once. I don't have any recollection.
That's weird.
I don't know.
When my brother was younger, he used to sleepwalk a lot. He recently started sleepwalking again, but I think he only did it one time so far. We haven't really seen him do it since then.
I've never seen.
But yeah, when he was younger, he used to sleepwalk a lot. And this one's not even the funniest one. I'm gonna save the funniest one for like a future podcast if you guys are interested in hearing. Just try to
remember us.
Yeah, try to remember and like remind us via Twitter at tricks_FGC or at Hey We're Playin. Hey_where WERE. No. Actually, no. Our Twitter doesn't have any underscores. It's just Hey We're Playin, no apostrophe, because we can't have apostrophes in URLs. But yeah, so just add us on Twitter or send us an email or comment on the audio podcast or the YouTube podcast, and we'll try to bring the funnier one up.
Yeah,
but this one was I can't remember if it was before that. I think it was before that. He when he was sleepwalking, he went downstairs. We used to have like a little playroom downstairs when we were younger. It's a guest room now. But there was a TV in there. So my brother, he got up, he went downstairs, turned on the TV, sat on a chair, and was like watching the TV with his eyes closed, still asleep. And my parents come downstairs and are like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "I was just watching TV." Like he responded and everything, but he's just like sitting there, watching the TV, even though he's asleep.
Huh?
Which was like really interesting. But yeah, he's had some really interesting experiences sleepwalking. There was the other one, the one that I'm saving for later, and another one that is very similar to the one that I'm saving for later. So I'll probably tell that one.
Tell it later in the future. I think I was here also when it happened, but I didn't want to say anything.
It's kind of embarrassing, so I need to get his permission to talk about that one too. So that's why I don't want to say it right now. So that's why I just told that one. But yeah, he went downstairs. He watched TV, and the thing is, when someone's sleepwalking, you're not supposed to like just wake them up because they can freak out if that happens. And I've heard some horror stories about waking someone up when they're sleepwalking. So yeah, you're supposed to like kind of try to guide them back to their bed and everything.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, so don't wake up a sleepwalking person.
But also another thing I might add with the tags. So I changed my tag on Twitter now.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, don't go by Sweaty Arnold Palm anymore.
Okay.
It's Arnold _M.
It's Arnold.
It Arnold. I wanted to put It's Arnold, but someone fucking took that one.
Someone took It's Arnold.
So, but no one took it. So I put
It Arnold.
It Arnold.
That's like caveman talk.
Yeah. It Arnold M. Yeah. So that's my new tag.
It's fire.
It fire. It burn. It hot.
It's hot. It's Arnold. You're like pointing at yourself. It's Arnold.
It's Arnold. But yeah, so I'm gonna go rock with that now. Like I feel like Sweaty Arnold Palm was like a kind of in a way of a nuisance. Like it was like you just play on. I wasn't like, I felt like people didn't
it
like
was too long. So it
not
didn't
too
fit,
long.
It didn't fit in everything.
That too, but like I feel like no one really took seriously because of the name. You know.
I guess.
So I was like, I mean,
people have stupid names all the time on Twitter.
Yeah, it's names, but like in sense, I was like, I use it for like competing wise also.
But your fight stick says Sweaty Arnold Palm.
Yeah. I want that as like a memory. Okay, I'm not gonna change that because it started who I became. So like
So when we were coming up with gamer tags for tournaments and everything, hi Ziggy. Hey Ziggy.
Yeah, so we have them with these dogs.
You want to say hi to our viewers?
Yeah,
our listeners.
Our listeners.
Say hi to our listeners, Ziggy.
Hi.
No, he just wants me to pet him. What was I saying?
Gamer tags.
Oh, yeah.
Names with the gamer
so
tags.
when we were coming up with names for gamer tags and stuff, I still really liked Captain Boton.
Yeah.
I don't know why you never stuck with it.
I never stuck with it because like I wanted to be different, and I came up with Sweaty Arnold Palm.
But Captain Boton was different.
Yeah, but it's
It
like,
was cool and it fit.
yeah, I fit because I fucking pressed buttons on every fucking wake up option I had. I still do to this day. So nothing has changed. But I wanted just wanted to switch it up and just have my first name and my last initial. So, but that's the only reason why I changed it.
My name stemmed from mine's Tricks, right? Some people know that, but when I compete, it's just Tricks. And our friend Tanner came up with it, and I was having a really hard time coming up with a gamer tag at the time. So he came up with it like so nonchalantly. I was like, "Hey Tanner, I'm like having a hard time coming up with a gamer tag for like tournaments and everything." It was like, you should go with something, that like fits like something personal that you used to do, like Tricks. And I was like, oh, Tricks, like the cereal. And also, I used to do magic tricks.
I don't know why.
So that's how Tricks became my gamer tag, and I've stuck with it to this day.
Yeah, it fits because it's what you do.
But the problem is I can't use it for like MMORPGs and online games and stuff because people use Tricks as like the cereal.
Yeah, it's a beamy name.
So I have to go with like places.
Bodacious Space Pirate.
Bodacious Space Pirate used to be my like online stuff for like MMOs.
CFN, yeah.
Before I came up with Tricks, or Tanner came up with Tricks. But yeah, like now I have to do like Tricks _FGC in places where Tricks is already taken, and then, but like that doesn't fit when it's an MMORPG.
Yeah, so it's pointless. Yeah, and also like, with all my accounts I love Steam. For the reason being is that you're able to change your name at will.
You can actually do it now on PSN, but there's glitches.
There's a charge.
Well, I think the first one's free.
First one's free, but then it's a charge after that.
But here's the other thing: is it's glitchy. Some older games, it doesn't take it correctly, and then like it causes all these issues and shit. Like, there's like some serious repercussions. I've heard like some serious issues with some games where like it'll cause like major problems.
But we don't play on consoles anymore.
So we don't really use our consoles anymore.
But
aside from our Switch.
Yeah, and that's it. Dang, I forgot.
I don't remember.
I completely forgot. Holy shit.
Oh boy.
God.
We don't come into these like super prepared. We have like some stuff that we could talk about. I think I already talked about my wacky teacher. I have like this one poli-sci class on Fridays, and for whatever reason that classroom, there's an air duct there, right? Okay. We have an air duct, and it bangs sometimes.
Oh,
and like
someone's fucking, huh?
It's like really, yeah.
Someone's fucking in the air duct.
The air ducts, because there's plenty of space to fuck in an air duct.
Dude, there's so much room in those.
No, but you'll hear like banging. I think my dog wants to get out. Let me just let him out real quick. Entertain our guests.
All right. So my name's Sweaty Arnold Palm. I love palms because I drink some water, and the water is not water because it's ocean sauce. Suck my dick.
Is that your rap?
That's my rap. That's my verse. That's my bar.
Okay.
Bars.
So these air ducts, they keep banging, and sometimes it will bang. When it bangs, it sounds like it's responding to my professor's lecture.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like
fuck?
Like sometimes like the bangs would sound like it's in response to it. Like, so my professor would be like, if you're a commissioner, you can't be removed by the president, right? And then we'll hear and it sounds like it's responding to the professor or like confirming something that the professor has said. It's like amazing.
That's weird. That's fucking awesome though.
and then like the professor will continue like yada yada yada.
Fucking weird. Oh, dude. Okay. So yesterday I had this weird experience that I just had.
Okay.
So I left work around 3:00, right?
Yeah.
I left work. I was in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah. So
living in Beverly Hills.
So I left there, dropped my coworker at the pad where he left his car.
Okay.
So I pumped gas or pumped diesel, and I grabbed what I needed to grab. So on the way back home, I called my mom like around 4:25. I had a good conversation between then, like from 4 to 4:25. I end my call. I do not remember fuck shit.
You just like
I do not remember anything.
Right after you ended it.
After I ended the conversation, I do not remember fuck shit. Up to the point where the 4 hits of the 4 or 5 ends and the 5 starts. That's where I regained conscience.
Oh, you like you blanked out while you were driving.
I don't know what happened.
Dude, that happens to me. I know a lot of people that have happened to, and it's super scary when that happens.
It's scary because I had a Gatorade. I fucking finished the ice cream part that I had. I remember up to that part. I finished those 2 things. I called my mom, had a good conversation about 25 minutes.
Right.
After those 25 minutes, I regained conscience of where I ended up. I finished the whole bag of fucking sunflower seeds I had. I went through 10 fucking songs that I don't remember because I was listening to a Jim Brewer of a comedy special that he dropped before that.
Right.
I listened to all of that. Don't remember any of the jokes he said, any of the songs I've heard. All I remember is, did I talk to my mom? What about the dogs? And why is my mom with my grandma?
Why is my mom with my grandma?
And I freaked out so hard when I come in here. I got off the truck. I parked the truck. I looked around profusely. If I hit the truck, scratched the truck, any dents on the truck, nothing. I call my mom worried. It's like, did I talk to you at this time? She's like, yeah. Don't you remember? It's like, yeah, I do remember, but I don't remember anything after that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah,
it's fucking freaky.
That used to happen to me a lot back when I used to commute from Santa Monica. So the drive back home from Santa Monica College was usually around like an hour to an hour and a half, right?
Yeah.
And so I would autopilot sometimes, and you should try to prevent this as much as possible because it is super scary. So like you'll just drive and then you'll like blank out completely.
So hard.
Like you'll blank out
so
super
fucking hard.
So like you're driving and then all of a sudden I'm like really like 5 minutes away from home and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
And it's extremely scary because like for some reason you're autopiloting and you're still able to stop in traffic. You're able to stop at stoplights and all that, like follow the laws and everything, but you don't remember any of it.
The thing is, I drive long distance.
Yeah,
it's scary for me because anything can happen from point A from point B.
Yeah,
and it's like either a 2-hour drive, an hour drive.
Yeah.
It's
scary. There's a number of things that could have happened during that drive.
It doesn't help also that I wake up so fucking early in the morning and I come home around this time, around 7, 6 sometimes. And it's eerie. Yeah. I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's I try to like get like a little bit of caffeine in me before a long drive like that after like a long day, but like it doesn't always work.
It never works for me. Because like what I've concluded is like, it was I was nodding off while driving, but I could never fucking I don't know how I made it home.
I've actually had a few instances where like it feels like I'm nodding off and everything in traffic, and it sucks.
It sucks.
It's
horrible.
It's like I'm trying to do everything to like wake myself back up, like slap myself in the face and everything.
Open the windows, put the AC blast on.
Like, you just keep nodding off, like fuck.
No, and
fuck,
and it sucks because like I almost had an accident.
Yeah,
because I literally closed my eyes for a good second. I almost ran through a red light, almost hit another dude.
Yeah. I had the same thing happen a couple times.
Yeah, and it's fucking scary because it takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
It really takes a toll on you.
Psychologically and everything.
Yeah.
Fuck, did I hit someone? Yeah.
You start preventing shit. But yeah.
Speaking of driving, I talked about this in the group chat before, but I saw this video of a lady that has no arms.
I saw that too.
Yeah, you saw the video too.
I saw the video.
Yeah, this lady that just has no arms, but she still drives and everything. She drives using her feet.
Yeah.
And it's just like, just imagine, like, say, if she was like born that way, right? And she's taking her driving test. just imagine how scared or worried. And this isn't like making fun of people that have no arms.
Yeah,
it's just
but
like,
like
just imagine being the
person that's giving the exam.
Yeah, giving the exam. Like they walk up to the car and they just see a woman with no arms. They're like, I guess this is the day I'm gonna die. And she could be a great driver. She could be a fantastic driver. It's just when you see someone with no arms driving, it's freaky.
That's the first thing that comes in your mind.
Yeah, like
because
how
it's
are
like
they doing
how,
it?
Yeah,
how safe can it actually be? So yada yada yada.
But she says it's completely legal what she's doing.
No, it's totally legal.
So illegal or legal?
Legal.
Yeah,
it's totally
sort of
legal. You can drive with no arms as long as you pass the test and like you're still able to have like two whatever on the wheel when you're driving or
one
something.
hand or one foot on the brake and the gas and one on the steering wheel. But like it's
like there's paraplegics that are legally able to drive. They just have modified vehicles for.
Yeah, because I know there's a drifter from the drift that has that. His car's modified, so like he can't fucking walk. But like he drifts, with it. It's like imagine like the Xbox 360 driving simulators, with the paddles.
Yeah, it's like paddle shifter.
Yeah, so it has a paddle shifter, so once for brake, once for gas.
Yeah,
and so he can still shift and shit. But like it's amazing how modified it is, and how good he fucking drifts.
Right,
and it's mesmerizing.
It's very impressive when you see people like that are able to.
I give him a
do it. Yeah,
but that happened to me, and it's like. I don't want that to happen. It's scary. To this day, my mom was like, she was worried also, but she was my grandma,
right?
So she don't want to give any like.
Didn't want to freak out your grandma.
Yeah,
she has a weak old woman heart.
Weak old woman heart, but no.
Oh, you remember back in the day that when you would drive, right?
Yeah.
When I would do that, like when I would like stare at you, I would do that weird like
the weird smile. No, fuck that. I hate that. Dude, I hate that. I fucking hate that. Although, what's that one thing like we go to like Jack in the Box late at night, and like you always get the fucking Munchie Meal box, but like before the Munchie Meal box came through, it's like I always wanted like you want like a number 4 and.
Oh yeah, we used to do this thing in the drive-thru. We used to do like a lot of stupid shit in the drive-thrus. Like you would make things like really weird and awkward for us. Even though like the cashiers or whatever at the drive-thru aren't gonna see us, we're still embarrassed by it.
Yeah, and I still do it to this day.
We used to. This was like the dumbest thing, but we would order shit, right? We would order like I want a cheeseburger. Fries. It was so fucking dumb.
Oh god.
Going back to the whole blacking out thing, this happened pretty recently, but I was getting ready to I was leaving for school, right?
Yeah.
And I swear when I was leaving, I saw my brother in his room getting ready. But then when I got out, his car was nowhere to be seen. And I'm like, did he park it somewhere far away that I don't know of? So I left the back door open because I thought my brother was still at home, because he would be the one to, if he's still at home, he would be the one to close it for the dog and everything. So I left the back door open for our dog so he can, do his business. I leave, and then I messaged, before I left, I messaged my brother. I'm like, hey, did you like park your car somewhere different? He's like, no, I left. I'm like, the fuck? I literally just saw you in your room as I was leaving. And it was just like so bizarre. Like I must have missed something. I don't know. Or I like hallucinated seeing him inside his bedroom
probably
or something. But it was weird. But it kind of reminds me of this time when I was like a kid. And back when we used to live in Reseda. We used to have a bathroom and across it's similar to the layout we have the bathroom and the laundry room here, right?
Yeah.
We had a bathroom and a laundry room like right across from each other. And as a kid, I swear, I saw my mom go inside the laundry room. And within that same instance, I saw her walk out of the bathroom. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Your mom's a magician.
Dude, I don't know if I'm like schizophrenic or something, or like I'm crazy,
it's
but
a sign.
Holy shit, that was fucking weird.
Yeah, I never experienced those like at all.
Really?
No, I've never. But I've been told like every morning. It's always something in the back of my mind, but I know it's not gonna happen. Like to this day, like when you watch or hear like true crime stories or people like the story. Like they're already in
Right.
jail, they can't come out. But there's always like a person that it can always happen to you, right? So in the morning, I always wake up early. I'm the first one up and the first one or the last one usually coming home.
Sure.
So I wake up around 3:30, 4 in the morning. I shower, do shit, and then back in my mind, when I leave my room, I turn on my phone light because it's always dark inside the house.
Yeah.
And go into my truck, it's always fucking dark. So like it's paranoia for me that something is behind me or someone's in the house. So every corner, I shine the light before walking through.
Right.
So for some reason, that's like, oh, someone's gonna run away because of the fucking light, But no, it never fucking does.
It's like how we as kids we used to think like, oh, our bed sheets are gonna stop the monsters from getting us.
But yeah, I shine the light to each corridor of the fucking place, and then in a fucking garage, that's even fucking worse,
right?
Because I fucking sprint to the other side. I literally walk to the other side and like quickly undo the locks,
right?
And I turn on every light I can, or like do something, dude. It's paranoia back in my mind. And walking through here like at night, it's fucking lonely.
Yeah, no. It's
anything can happen.
Yeah,
and it's like I'm always walking.
We live in a good neighborhood,
exactly. But there's always a fucking chance, though.
Yeah.
And it's like it's bad, but it doesn't help that I'm listening to these fucking true crime podcasts.
No, dude. Sometimes I'm like. I guess it's from like all the horror movies I watch because I love horror movies. Yeah. But sometimes when when I go downstairs and at night, right? It's like midnight or like 2 a.m. or something, right? I go downstairs to get some water from our little water dispenser, and I'm always like worried, like, what if like I just see a dude standing because we have like a sliding glass back door and windows and shit, right?
Yeah.
And like, what if there's just like a dude just like standing outside that glass door just staring? Or like, what if like the window next to the dispenser, I just see like a face smiling and like pressed up against the window, like staring at me. I know the likelihood of that ever happening is extremely low, but it's still something that I think about. As a kid, I used to be scared of being downstairs at night. When no one's downstairs and like all the lights are off, right? So like whenever I need to go downstairs for something, I would like sprint up the stairs.
I think that's every kid though when they were little, because like I did the same shit when I was little also. Like I hated to be downstairs, so like I turned on every fucking light in the house.
Yeah,
my parents fucking hated me for that because I turned on every goddamn house.
Right.
I always forget the one light that I don't fucking turn off, but I'm too scared to go downstairs and turn that off.
Right.
So I just go to bed. But it's scary, and also like when the movie going back to like having the horror stories, the horror movies. We watched the movie It. Right?
Yeah.
It
wasn't even that scary.
It wasn't that scary.
You're not good with scary movies. We've talked about this in the past. You're not good with scary movies.
I'm not good with scary movies, but I love the movie.
Yeah.
I closed my eyes to the moments that I couldn't handle, but I did love the movie. And where my parents live now, it's a ghost town.
Right.
It's dark.
No, that place is freaky.
It's freaky, but like once we saw the movie, I was so goddamn frightened. It's like, dude, I need you to come with me to go get my clothes. I'm gonna sleep at your house because at that time my parents weren't home.
Right.
No one was home, and I wasn't had the balls to go up there and sleep by myself.
Alone there, yeah.
So it was scary. I literally forced you to come with me.
Yeah.
You did not want to come. You wanted to go home. But I was like, dude, you need to come. I can't.
And I ain't staying at home by myself. I'm gonna stay at your house tonight.
Yeah.
But now you live here.
Now I live here. Yeah, I'm your worst nightmare. But it's those like, it's crazy how your mind works in a sense, because like it creates those paranoias that you think that's true but it will never happen, but it's always there in the back of your mind,
right.
And I don't know, man, it's trippy sometimes.
Yeah. Anyway, did you see this video that's been going around recently about a new invention in the sperm collection industry?
What?
You know, like those sperm clinics and everything, where like you
jerk off and collect your sperm. So a guy invented an automated sperm collection machine, which is literally like an Ona hole, right? Mm-hmm.
that like pumps your dick for you and everything.
Okay.
And, yeah, like it's just it's a
it's a
masturbation machine,
yeah.
right? And like I could have sworn those existed already. Like it's basically like it's like a little
small hand.
It's like a pocket pussy attached to like a little automated thing that moves it back and forth and stuff and squeezes it. Yeah, it's a motorized pocket pussy. I thought those existed already, but no, I guess this guy invented the one that's for that's for sperm clinics. But like what's weird is they're advertising it as not advertising, but they're saying that there's a lot of people that are too embarrassed to jack off at a sperm clinic. At a sperm donation place. Well, they're too embarrassed to do it. But like I feel like if you're too embarrassed to masturbate at a sperm donation place, how would a machine make it any better? Because like the issue is getting yourself hard, getting your dick hard. Like it's difficult to get hard over there. So how does a machine help with that?
I would assume the way you're talking about it is like the person can have it at their home and ship. But
it's not.
This is just me spitting. But like I would assume that like if someone else does it or something does it for you, with yourself not jerking off at a place that it's known for that, it could work.
It's just
in a sense.
It's just like. So obviously they're not taking it home. If you could do it at home, you would just jack off at home.
Dude,
no,
imagine all the fucking people having those shits at home. Dude, it's like, this owner whole 5,000.
Okay.
Good.
Well, okay. So yeah, no, but the issue is getting the dick hard in a setting like
penis.
that. And what's actually really funny in the video was they had a bunch of these machines just lined up right next to each other. So like I'm just imagining like a bunch of people like standing there against the machine.
It's at the urinals?
Like a urinal setting, just like with their dicks in the machine getting jacked off by these machines. Obviously, I'm sure they just have the individual ones inside each room and they're not actually lining them up like that. But just imagine a sperm clinic where it's just laid out like a bathroom with urinals and shit.
A person's like, sorry, cool. She's like, all right, Mr. Chang, so you want to donate your sperm? Go to room 3. And as the person goes to the room 3, right? Yeah. There's fucking 5 of them. You see dudes just standing here like Superman posing.
And then you just hear... and then, like, his breathing's getting hard, just heavy, just...
and one dude's oh god.
I'm sorry, those of you listening at home.
I'm sorry, but I just find it funny.
Oh boy, God. Oh, just imagine that. Well,
but this is it's not. We still haven't talked to one thing. So, as we all know, Game of Thrones season.
We forgot about. We're
going to talk about this at the end. So, Game of Thrones. The final season of Game of Thrones is happening right now.
Winter is coming.
But
I think winter already came.
It already came for the people who was watching that keep up with the thing. But for us, I always became very interested of Game of Thrones, but I did not always want it to become the hype because it ruins the series for me.
Yeah, sometimes a lot of people
like
there's like spoilers and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like we've done a pretty good job of avoiding spoilers somehow.
I've seen some stuff, but I blow it off because it's like I don't want to pay attention to it. I want to form my own opinion, become like not obsessed, but like I want to like I don't know. I don't know how would you part, but like I want to be
in that community.
Yeah, I guess in a sense, but like become like
because everybody watches it and is like, I kind of feel like I should watch it too.
Yeah, so we're watching that right now. So we're getting from the season.
We're only
1.
like 3 episodes in right
now.
Don't
judge us. Don't fucking judge us and like, oh, so and so fucking dies. Like, please let us.
Do not spoil Game of Thrones for us. Yeah. We're trying to, enjoy it at our own pace.
Enjoy our own pace.
The only thing I know from Game of Thrones is a Lannister always pays his debt because of a comedian. It was like Brett something. He's a little person. Oh. He's a little person comedian.
Brad Williams?
I think it was Brad Williams.
I love that guy.
Yeah, but he does like this bit where people would mistake little people for the little person of that time, right?
Williams.
Like back in the day, it used to be
it's like presidents and shit. It's like, oh, you got free people, all this shit, you know?
No, like back in the day, it used to be Wee Man. People always would mistake every little person for
Brad
Wee Man.
Williams.
Yeah.
It's Brad Williams.
But now, with like Game of Thrones and everything, it's Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones, and so like he makes a joke where he swears he could probably like walk up to a person, start humping their leg, and being like, I always pay my debts. Oh man!
So we're watching that. So far, from what we have for the 3 episodes that we hate
everybody.
We fucking hate everyone.
A fucking shithead.
It's an asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck the queen of season 1.
Yeah.
Fuck Arya's sister. She's a dumbass.
She's a fucking brat.
She's a fucking swell brat.
Everybody's a fucking shithead in that show. Yeah. I hate everyone.
And the dude that's fucking the queen, you know, they're fucking siblings, I guess. He reminds me of Raphael from Soul Calibur. Or the dude from fucking Shrek 3. You know the
Lord Farquaad?
No, not Lord Farquaad. The fairy's son that's wanted to marry Fiona.
I don't think I actually saw Shrek 3.
The fuck's wrong with you?
I don't know.
But yeah,
there's a lot of DreamWorks shit I haven't watched.
But yeah, he looks like him. And I don't like him. He's an asshole.
I don't like anyone other than Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, and but besides the dogs, I love the dog.
Of course, everybody loves the
Yeah.
The dogs did nothing wrong.
But
the wolves, I mean.
Yeah, the dire wolves.
Dire wolves did nothing wrong.
But yeah, so far, do you enjoy the show?
No, I'm pretty into it so far. I've always enjoyed fantasy stuff.
Okay,
right.
So all right, so I'm not alone because I want like we have a show we still need to fucking finish.
Right.
When the last episode, it's
Epo.
No.
I still haven't watched the last episode of Epo.
You're still not. I already watched that shit a long time ago.
The very last episode of Epo.
I did the same thing also. I'm like on the very last episode of one show, but I never watched it. I think
Hunter
it was
Hunter?
I think it was Hunter Hunter. But no, the dude, it's the people with like you can place their fucking chips and become someone else.
Oh, Altered Carbon.
Yeah, that. We're in the last episode.
Was it the last episode?
It's literally the last episode.
Yeah. We need to finish Altered Carbon still.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
It's so good, but we just forgot.
Yeah.
But it's a good show. I recommend watching it.
Yeah. We're watching a lot of things. So yeah, right now we're just going through Game of Thrones together and to catch up and everything.
Yeah, you know, like I honestly like that time between us. Not like in a gay sense, in the homo sense, but I do like spending time.
Okay. Well, anyway, this has been episode 3 of the By the Heyside.
I think it's the beer coming in. Not really.
Thank you guys for listening. If you like our stuff, subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and all your favorite podcasting services. Give us a rating there. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already, and all that stuff. And we'll catch you guys next time.
On the flip side,
shut up.
I'm always gonna end it with that. Okay.